Wow, what a growth spurt! First boy Barron Trump, who hasn't been seen in public in 3 months, sure looks grown up. He's almost as tall as his 6'2" father. The first family returned to the White House from their working vacation at the President's Country Club in New Jersey.
Barron Trump's life is a window into a world most people can only imagine. A world of gold, marble, and endless privilege. Yet, even amidst the extravagance, he remains a figure of curiosity, someone who has grown up in the shadows of wealth and power, but is now poised to step into his own spotlight. Whether he chooses to embrace the family legacy or forge his own path, one thing is certain: Barron Trump's story is just beginning, and the world will be watching every step of the way.
We have Barron homies watching. That Barron is watching. He's the king of the internet. He's the king of the internet. Oh.
How it all began. From the moment of his birth, Barron was destined to live differently. In a family already filled with incredibly wealthy and successful half-siblings, Barron entered the world as the baby prince. While his half-siblings were much older, ages ranging from 13 to 28 years, Barron was effectively raised as an only child, with his parents pouring their attention and resources into him. Growing up in Trump Tower, one of the most iconic addresses in Manhattan, Barron had an entire floor of the skyscraper dedicated to his comfort. Imagine waking up every day with the Manhattan skyline and Central Park as your backyard. While other children might have been content with their own rooms, Barron's living space included a nursery, a living room, a kitchen, and even quarters for his mother and nannies, all on one floor. Designed in the Louis XIV style with gold and marble accents, his childhood home was a literal mansion in the sky. But the luxury didn't stop there. Even as a newborn, Barron's life was filled with opulence. One of the most extravagant gifts he received after his birth was a golden baby carriage, a present from television host Ellen DeGeneres. Yes, a golden baby carriage, something so over the top that it became a symbol of the lifestyle Barron would grow into. His mother, Melania, didn't just settle for ordinary skincare routines for her son either. She pampered Barron with her own line of caviar-infused skincare products, smothering him nightly with a moisturizer made from the same ingredient found in extravagant sushi dinners. By age 7, Barron was already living a life of indulgence that most adults can't even imagine. Barron's early exposure to the media was just as extraordinary. At only 2 months old, he made his television debut on The Oprah Winfrey Show, where his parents proudly introduced him to the world. Melania described Donald as a doting dad who spent mornings watching TV and reading newspapers with their baby. The world was captivated by the youngest Trump, who, despite being fussy during the interview, already had a charm that made headlines. It was clear from the beginning that Barron Trump was no ordinary child, and the public couldn't help but be fascinated by the life he was destined to lead. As Barron grew, his parents spared no expense in ensuring he had access to the best education and experiences. Homeschooled by Melania in his early years, he learned multiple languages, including Slovenian and French, and enjoyed traditional Slovenian dishes cooked by his grandmother. When it came time for school, Barron attended some of the most prestigious institutions in the country, including Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York City, where tuition costs soared to $50,000 per year. Later, his education continued at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland and Oxbridge Academy in Florida, both elite schools known for their rigorous academics and exclusivity. At one point, Barron even took his entire class on a field trip to Washington, D.C., complete with Secret Service agents accompanying every step of the way, a school outing few could ever forget. Even as a child, Barron's wealth was astronomical, with an estimated fortune of $60 million, mostly from family investments and trust funds. Barron owned stakes in some of the world's most valuable companies: Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla, to name a few. His trust fund also included properties like a $250 million mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, and a $19 million estate in Bedminster, New Jersey, complete with a golf course and swimming pool. These assets aren't just symbols of wealth, they're a testament to the financial empire Barron was born into, an empire that will only grow as he gets older. Luxury, beyond imagination. One of the most prominent symbols of Barron's wealth is his connection to some of the world's most luxurious properties. From his earliest days, Barron lived in the Trump Tower penthouse on Fifth Avenue, one of New York City's most iconic skyscrapers. This wasn't just any home, it was a triplex mansion in the sky, adorned with gold and marble, designed in the opulent Louis XIV style. While most children grow up sharing rooms or having modest spaces, Barron had an entire floor of the penthouse dedicated to him. His personal sanctuary included a nursery, living room, kitchen, and even quarters for his mother, Melania, and the staff who cared for him. The space was fit for royalty, complete with intricate furnishings and breathtaking views of Central Park and the Manhattan skyline. As Barron grew older, his world expanded beyond Trump Tower to include some of the most valuable properties in the Trump family portfolio. Among these is a 10,000-square-foot mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, located on the grounds of Mar-a-Lago, the Trump family's sprawling estate. This property, often referred to as the Winter White House, is estimated to be worth a staggering $250 million. With private beaches, a golf course, and luxurious amenities, Mar-a-Lago has been a key part of Barron's life, serving as a retreat for family vacations and high-profile gatherings. Barron also has ties to the 30-acre Bedminster estate in New Jersey, valued at $19 million. This property includes a 7,000-square-foot mansion, a private swimming pool, and a golf course, offering yet another glimpse into the sheer scale of the Trump family's wealth. Beyond the properties, Barron's life has been marked by extravagant gifts and indulgences that further highlight the scale of his privilege. One of the most talked about gifts he received as a baby was a golden baby carriage, a present from Ellen DeGeneres. This wasn't just a functional stroller, it was a symbol of the over-the-top luxury that defined his early years. The golden carriage became a topic of fascination, a tangible representation of the life Barron was born into. His mother, Melania Trump, also ensured that Barron's daily life reflected this same level of indulgence. From a young age, Melania implemented a skincare routine for Barron using her own line of caviar-infused moisturizer, a product designed for the ultimate in luxury. By the time he was 7 years old, Barron was being pampered nightly with this high-end skincare product, a level of care that most adults could only envy. While these personal luxuries were remarkable, Barron's fortune extends far beyond what is visible. His trust fund is a treasure chest filled with investments in some of the world's most profitable companies. Barron holds stakes in Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Meta Platforms, Berkshire Hathaway, and more. These investments, which make up 25% of his trust fund, ensure that Barron's wealth will continue to grow at an extraordinary rate. With his family's careful financial planning, Barron's future is all but guaranteed to include even greater financial success. Barron's lifestyle wasn't just confined to his homes or investments. It also extended to his experiences in daily life. Private jets were the norm for family travel, allowing Barron to move seamlessly between the Trump Tower penthouse, Mar-a-Lago, and the other Trump properties. His vacations were anything but ordinary, often taking place at Mar-a-Lago, where he could enjoy the estate's private beaches, pools, and golf course. These trips weren't just about relaxation. They were a reflection of the Trump family's status as one of the wealthiest and most influential families in the country. Exclusive social events also became a regular part of Barron's life, from high-profile dinners to gatherings of some of the world's most powerful figures. Despite the immense wealth and privilege, Barron's parents, particularly Melania, were determined to ensure he had a balanced life. Melania famously stayed behind at Trump Tower with Barron for the first 5 months of Donald Trump's presidency, so that Barron could finish his school year. Her dedication to his upbringing was evident in every detail, from his education to his personal care. But even with this effort to provide stability, Barron's life remained far removed from anything most people could imagine. His family's immense fortune shaped every aspect of his childhood, from the golden carriage he was pushed in as a baby to the trust fund that secures his financial future. Education and intellectual growth. Barron Trump's education has been as extraordinary as the rest of his life, shaped by his family's immense resources and his mother's dedication to his intellectual growth. From personalized homeschooling sessions to attending some of the most prestigious schools in the United States, Barron's academic journey reflects the Trump family's commitment to excellence and privilege. Even as the youngest member of a family living in the public eye, Melania Trump went to great lengths to ensure Barron had the best possible education while maintaining a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos of fame and wealth. In his early years, Barron's education took place at home, under the close supervision of his mother, Melania. A strong proponent of hands-on parenting, Melania made it her mission to be fully involved in her son's upbringing, from teaching him his ABCs to exposing him to her Slovenian heritage. Homeschooling allowed Melania to personally oversee Barron's intellectual development, emphasizing multilingualism as a cornerstone of his education. By the time he was a young boy, Barron was fluent in Slovenian, thanks to lessons from his mother and grandparents, who frequently spoke to him in their native language. Melania also introduced him to French, adding to his linguistic abilities and giving him a culturally rich foundation. This early focus on languages was complemented by exposure to Slovenian cuisine, which Barron reportedly enjoyed, especially dishes prepared by his late grandmother, Amalia Knovs. These formative years created a unique bond between Barron and his mother, while laying the groundwork for his intellectual and cultural growth. As Barron grew older, the need for formal schooling became evident. Melania ensured that he had access to only the best educational institutions. Before moving to Washington, D.C., Barron attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, one of New York City's most elite private schools. With annual tuition fees exceeding $50,000, Columbia Grammar offered Barron a rigorous academic environment and access to top-tier resources. The school, known for its emphasis on creativity and critical thinking, provided Barron with opportunities that few children his age could experience. During his time there, Barron even organized a memorable class field trip to Washington, D.C., where his classmates were accompanied by Secret Service agents as they toured the nation's capital. For most children, this would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But for Barron, it was simply another day in his extraordinary life. In 2017, when Donald Trump assumed the presidency, Barron's education took another turn. After staying in Trump Tower for 5 months to complete his school year, Barron and Melania moved to the White House in June. At just 11 years old, Barron became the first presidential son to reside in the White House since John F. Kennedy Jr. in 1963. Despite the grandeur of his new home, Melania remained focused on ensuring that Barron continued his education in a stable and supportive environment. He enrolled at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, a prestigious institution with a yearly tuition of around $50,000. St. Andrews provided Barron with not only academic rigor, but also a chance to interact with peers and participate in school activities. This period allowed him to strike a balance between his extraordinary life as the son of the president and the more typical experiences of a middle schooler. After Donald Trump's presidency ended in 2021, the family relocated to Florida, and Barron's education shifted once again. He enrolled at Oxbridge Academy, a private school in West Palm Beach, founded by billionaire William Koch. With tuition fees of $38,000 per year, Oxbridge Academy was slightly less expensive than his previous schools, but no less exclusive. Known for its high academic standards and impressive college acceptance rates, Oxbridge Academy provided Barron with a strong finish to his high school education. The school boasts a 100% college acceptance rate, with many graduates attending top-tier universities and liberal arts colleges. This ensured that Barron's academic foundation remained solid as he prepared for the next phase of his life. Throughout his education, Barron benefited from unparalleled resources and opportunities. His schools offered cutting-edge technology, state-of-the-art facilities, and a wide range of extracurricular programs. Whether it was field trips, sports teams, or creative arts programs, Barron had access to experiences that nurtured his intellectual and personal growth. These opportunities, combined with his mother's unwavering support, set him apart from other children, even those from similarly privileged backgrounds. Melania's dedication to her son's education was evident in every decision she made, from personally overseeing his early lessons to choosing schools that would challenge and inspire him. A presidential childhood. The move to Washington, D.C. didn't happen immediately after Donald Trump's inauguration in January 2017. Melania Trump, ever protective of her son, chose to stay behind in New York City for the first 5 months of the presidency so Barron could finish his school year at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School. On June 11, 2017, Melania and Barron officially moved into the White House, where the youngest Trump heir began his new life in the spotlight. The moment was widely covered by the media, with photos capturing Barron stepping off Marine One onto the White House lawn, wearing a t-shirt that read, "The Expert," a statement that sparked both admiration and curiosity about the young boy's personality. Barron's new home was unlike any other. Though he had grown up in the gold-plated luxury of Trump Tower, the White House brought a different kind of prestige. His personalized bedroom was designed to reflect his tastes and needs, making it a unique retreat within the historic residence. Dubbed a high-tech paradise, Barron's room was outfitted with sleek, modern furniture and state-of-the-art technology. It reportedly included a gaming setup that would make any teenager envious, along with other gadgets that ensured his space was as comfortable and entertaining as possible. While the exact details of his room remain private, it's clear that no expense was spared in ensuring that Barron felt at home in his new surroundings. The White House itself offered Barron access to amenities that rivaled those of the world's most luxurious resorts. One of his favorite spots was the private movie theater, a feature that has long been a favorite of first families. Complete with plush seating and an advanced sound system, the theater provided Barron with the perfect place to watch the latest blockbusters or enjoy family movie nights. Another highlight was the White House swimming pool, where Barron could relax and unwind. The pool, a staple of presidential recreation, became a space where Barron could enjoy some downtime, whether swimming laps or simply lounging by the water. It also served as a place for him to bond with friends and family, away from the pressures of public life. For more active entertainment, Barron had access to the White House bowling alley, a unique perk that added to the fun of living in such a historic residence. Located in the basement, the bowling alley became a favorite hangout spot for Barron and his friends. Whether engaging in friendly competition or enjoying casual games, the bowling alley offered a rare opportunity for Barron to experience moments of normalcy amid the grandeur of his surroundings. Despite the opulence of his new home, Melania Trump worked tirelessly to ensure that Barron's daily life remained as balanced and normal as possible. As a mother, she was fiercely protective of her son, shielding him from excessive media scrutiny and the intense spotlight that came with being the president's child. Melania often spoke about the importance of creating a stable routine for Barron, one that included time for school, play, and family. She was deeply involved in his upbringing, overseeing everything from his education to his hobbies, and made it her mission to provide him with a childhood that, while extraordinary, was still grounded in familial love and support. The security surrounding Barron's life also reflected his unique status as the son of the president. At all times, he was accompanied by Secret Service agents who ensured his safety both inside and outside the White House. This level of protection was both a necessity and a symbol of the exceptional life Barron was leading. Even after Donald Trump left office in 2021, Barron continued to receive Secret Service protection until he turned 16, as mandated by federal law. This constant presence of security further underscored the extraordinary circumstances of his upbringing. Fashion and public image. Barron's fashion debut on the national stage came during his father Donald Trump's presidential inauguration on January 20, 2017. At just 10 years old, Barron made an unforgettable impression in a tailored navy blue Ralph Lauren suit, paired with a crisp white shirt and a silk tie to match. His neatly combed hair and polished demeanor stood out, with many noting how effortlessly he carried himself amidst the grandeur of the event. This was Barron's first major public appearance, and it set the tone for what would become a series of stylish moments that cemented his status as a budding fashion icon. As Barron grew older, his wardrobe evolved to reflect his increasing maturity and sophistication. One notable fashion moment occurred in 2018 during a White House state dinner held in honor of French President Emmanuel Macron. Barron, then 12 years old, wore a sleek black suit reportedly worth $10,000, paired with a perfectly tailored white shirt and a classic black tie. The outfit exuded elegance and refinement, turning heads and garnering media attention for how it showcased his growing presence and impeccable sense of style. The choice of such a high-end outfit for a formal occasion further underscored the luxurious lifestyle Barron was raised in, where appearances were carefully curated to reflect the Trump family's status. While his formal looks have often been the focus of media coverage, his more relaxed outfits have also sparked conversations. One such moment came during the family's return to Washington, D.C. from a Mar-a-Lago vacation in 2019. Stepping off Air Force One, Barron was seen wearing khaki pants, a white polo shirt, and a bright red puffer jacket paired with beige New Balance sneakers. The vibrant red coat stood out against his parents' more muted outfits, showcasing Barron's willingness to experiment with color and make bold fashion statements, even in casual settings. It was a look that balanced comfort with individuality, reflecting his unique style. Perhaps one of Barron's most iconic casual looks occurred in August 2020, when he stepped off Air Force One wearing a 1950s-inspired bomber jacket by luxury brand Moncler. The jacket, featuring red, white, and blue trim, was paired with black jeans and polished black leather shoes. The outfit, with its retro yet modern aesthetic, further demonstrated Barron's ability to embrace trends while maintaining a timeless appeal. This ensemble, along with others, has solidified his reputation as a young man with a keen eye for fashion. Over the years, he has been spotted wearing some of the most coveted timepieces in the world, each reflecting the Trump family's opulent lifestyle. One standout piece is the Rolex Submariner, a classic watch with a starting price of $10,000. Known for its sleek design and functionality, the Submariner is a favorite among watch enthusiasts and a fitting choice for someone of Barron's stature. He has also been seen wearing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, a bold and sporty watch with a price tag starting at $20,000. Another notable addition to his collection is the Patek Philippe Nautilus, a highly sought-after timepiece that starts at $30,000 and can easily climb higher depending on the model. These watches are more than just accessories. They are symbols of status and wealth, seamlessly incorporated into Barron's already impressive wardrobe. Towering over most adults by the time he was 15, Barron's commanding stature has often drawn comparisons to that of a runway model. His well-groomed appearance, combined with his natural charisma, makes him an ideal candidate for a future in the fashion industry. With Melania Trump's influence as a former supermodel and style icon, it's easy to imagine Barron following in her footsteps and carving out a niche for himself in the world of high fashion. Whether walking runways or becoming the face of a luxury brand, Barron has all the makings of a future fashion icon. Transition into adulthood. Barron's 18th birthday made headlines, not just because of the milestone itself, but because it symbolized his emergence from the shadows of his famous family. While he has always been a figure of public curiosity, much of his earlier life was carefully shielded, especially by his mother, Melania Trump, who worked tirelessly to protect his privacy. Now, as an adult, Barron is poised to carve out his own identity. The world is watching to see if he will follow in his father's footsteps, step into the business world, or perhaps forge an entirely different path for himself. The attention surrounding his future has only grown, with speculation ranging from political ambitions to a potential career in fashion or sports. In the months following his birthday, Barron made headlines yet again with his brief entrance into politics. He was announced as a Florida delegate to the Republican National Convention, a role that would have thrust him directly into the political spotlight alongside his father, Donald Trump, who is campaigning for the 2024 presidential election. This unexpected move stirred significant speculation about Barron's political ambitions. Was this his first step toward a career in politics? Could he eventually become the next Trump to carry the family legacy in the political arena? These questions swirled as the public took notice of Barron's growing presence in a space dominated by his father. However, in a surprising turn of events, Barron declined the opportunity to serve as a delegate, citing prior commitments. This decision, while unexpected, only deepened the intrigue surrounding him. Was this a calculated move to avoid the pressures of politics so early in his adult life? Or does it reflect his desire to stay out of the political limelight for now? Whatever the reason, his withdrawal left many wondering about his future plans. It was a rare glimpse into Barron's autonomy, showing that while he may share his family's name, he is not necessarily bound to follow the same path. Donald Trump himself has hinted at Barron's interest in politics, once mentioning that his youngest son enjoys discussing political matters and even gives him advice from time to time. These comments have fueled speculation that Barron could eventually step into the political arena, becoming the next Trump heir to carry the family's influence forward. With his father's guidance, his mother's unwavering support, and the Trump family's powerful network, Barron's potential in politics is undeniable. Yet for now, he seems content to remain in the background, focusing on his education and personal growth. The media's fascination with Barron has only intensified since his 18th birthday. As an adult, he is now viewed differently, with some arguing that he is no longer off-limits to public criticism. A former NBC executive famously stated that Barron, now legally an adult, would no longer be shielded from the same scrutiny that his father and older siblings have faced. This statement unleashed a wave of commentary online, with supporters and critics alike weighing in on his life and future. While some have lauded his quiet demeanor and reserved approach to public life, others have begun to speculate about his role within the Trump empire, and whether he will step into the spotlight more prominently.